What's going on, guys? It is Joey. It's great to see you guys again, and today I want to actually show you exactly how to control your destiny, or at the very least how to measure your current trajectory to see where you're going to end up in life in 1 year, 5 years, 10 years. Literally, you can find out exactly where you're going to end up in under 10 minutes. I'm about to show you that right now. But real quick, I do want to thank you guys for giving me all the support on my last video. I do want to update you real quick on like my upload schedule. It's going to be changing a little bit, so I'm going to be uploading on Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And I may start uploading more often, but for right now I just want to start with 3 videos a week, getting back into the YouTube game. Also, now I have more time to do free one-on-one sessions with you guys. Down in the description is going to be the link for you to go check out the case study on how I was able to completely transform my life using ideas just like this and help other people transform their lives completely. So if that interests you, there's a free case study down in the description. Go watch that case study, and then you can also go ahead and book a call with me one-on-one, and we can go ahead and figure out exactly what you need to do to change your life. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into number 1. I'm super excited to get into this today because number 1, it's kind of all over the place, but starting with number 1 is going to be control your destiny. Okay, so what do I mean by control your destiny? So think of your life as a train on a train tracks, right? So like you are the train and your life is the train tracks, right? So what controls where this train goes? Well, this train can only go on the train tracks. So let's say you're in, if you're familiar with the United States, let's say you are in California, okay, and your train tracks are going all the way to Florida, okay? So we know where the trajectory of this train is going to be. This train's going to be in Florida, right? So what if you could figure out exactly where you're going to be in 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 50 years time, okay? To understand exactly where the train tracks that you're laying down right now are taking you in 50 years time, okay? So that's exactly what I mean by controlling your destiny. Just imagine that you are a train on train tracks and you could easily shift the tracks wherever you want to go, taking you to a completely different place. So if you don't want to go to Florida, if you can see that your train was built on train tracks that's going straight to Florida, and you don't want to go to Florida, you don't want to be overweight, or you don't want to be lonely, or you don't want to be broke your whole life, wherever your train is going right now and you don't want it to go there, we can switch up the tracks, and instead of going to Florida, we can go to Canada, okay? Or instead of going to Canada, we can go down to Mexico, okay? So change where your destination is going to be by changing the tracks that you're laying down. So the number 2 is going to be what changes that trajectory. So how do we actually change the trajectory of those tracks? So the very first thing is going to be, there's a little formula on how exactly you're going to change the trajectory and where you end up, okay, your end result. So the very first thing is going to be information, so stimulus. Whatever that information is, you know, it could be a video that you watch on YouTube and someone mentions something and it just gets you super excited. Like if you go on YouTube and you're overweight and you watch someone's weight loss video on how they lost 100 pounds, that's information coming into your brain, okay? That's stimulus coming into your brain saying, hey, I lost 100 pounds. It was, you know, this is what I did. You can do it too. Like, this is how my life has changed. And you're overweight. You're sitting there and you're like, dude, I could lose 100 pounds. I want to do that. Like, you know, before that video, you didn't really care. But after that video, it's like, whoa, I can change my entire life. So that's information, that new information. It could be anything, okay? Any new information that just makes you want to change that trajectory, okay? Then the second thing is going to be the thoughts that you have. So not only do you have to watch that YouTube video, but then you have to think about it. Like the thoughts that you have are going to determine what comes next. So, you know, if 2 people watch that same YouTube video, one of them's overweight, one of them's not overweight, then the person who's overweight by 100 pounds will, like, you know, they're going to get super excited. They're going to want to lose weight. They're going to do whatever they can to get into that same situation. Whereas the other person who didn't even need to lose weight watches that video and they're like, okay, you know, that was cool. Like, that's what they thought. It's like, okay, that's cool. So first is the stimulus, then is what you think about that. So that's you know, where you're going to go in life. And then third comes the beliefs. And I put a question or an exclamation point here because beliefs, it's like, that's what you believe. Like, that is definite. That's final. Like, if you've ever seen 2 people in a debate and they're arguing about one thing and they're both stuck in their own ways and they're just not budging on either side, that's because their beliefs are so cemented. It's like, there's no question mark here. It's guaranteed. That's what their belief is. So if you can watch that video of someone losing weight and then you get super excited and you just keep thinking about it, you have these mental feedback loops of like, oh, like that guy lost weight, I want to lose weight. Like, what do I have to do to lose weight? Like, it's just constantly going through your mind. Then you're going to believe that it's possible. You have to have that belief, okay, that it's possible, that you can do it, that you can actually go out, and you have to believe. If you do not believe that you can lose 100 pounds, you will not lose 100 pounds. You can watch that video, you can start thinking about losing weight and stuff, but if you truly don't believe you can lose weight, or you truly don't believe you can get the partner of your dreams, or you truly don't believe that you can build a $1 billion business, then you'll never build it, okay? So then after beliefs comes action. Okay, so like right here, for example, we got a little guy with a dumbbell. I don't know if you can see that. It's an awful stick figure guy, but he's got a little dumbbell in his hand. Okay, so first he watches the video, and then he just constantly thinks about that, and he thinks that like, okay, now I want to like lose weight, you know? So his thoughts made him want to lose weight, and now he believes that he can lose weight, and so he goes out and he takes action. Okay, he'll go out and he'll get a gym membership. And then he starts doing the action of losing weight. But it's not just the action of losing, it's not just the action of going to the gym or the action of eating your meal plan, because lots of people have watched that video, had those thoughts, believe that they could lose weight, go to the gym, and then what happens? They stop. They stop going to the gym, they stop trying, whatever happens, okay? They get all the way up to this point, they create some kind of action, and then they just stop. So if you can get to this point, then the next step of this process when it comes to changing the trajectory of your life, and you can, like I said, you can apply this to anything, okay? I'm just giving you the example of losing weight. So the next step after taking that action is to create habit out of that action. Okay, so not only do you create the action of going to the gym, but you go to the gym habitually. You go to the gym 3, 4, 5, 6 times a week for weeks on end. You go 1 week, week 2, week 3, week 4. Okay, you don't skip a week, you don't skip a day, you create that habit. Okay, so if you can do the action and then you focus on creating that habit, then you can focus on the next thing, which is to create the routine. So if you can watch the video, get excited about losing weight, believe that you can actually lose the weight, go to the gym and actually take action on losing the weight, not only just take the action, but creating a habit out of that action. Because that's what's most important, creating a habit out of action. Then you can create the routine. Okay, the routine is what you need. The routine is the daily actions, and habits and routine is very similar, right? So like habit is just like you have the habit of going to the gym every day and like actually working out. But you have to build that habit into your daily routine. And this is how people can stay fit 24/7, 365 for 20 years at a time, okay? Is because they don't just have habits, it's a part of their routine, just like taking a shower, okay? So like I'm pretty sure most everybody that's watching this video takes a shower daily or hopefully almost daily, okay? And that's because it's a part of your routine. It's not only a habit, but it's a part of your routine, okay? It's ingrained into you. And so once that becomes your routine of taking action, making it a habit, making it a routine for 6 months, a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, then at the very end, that's where you're gonna get the lifestyle. So that's the lifestyle that you want. Okay, so back before you even watched this video, you had the lifestyle of being overweight. Every time you walked upstairs, you got out of breath, you sweat profusely because you're overweight, you feel like people are judging you, no one's quite accepting you quite as much, girls are rejecting you, whatever. The whole lifestyle that comes with being overweight. Insecure, you not wanting to take your shirt off at the beach or whatever, okay? And then that's the previous lifestyle. Then you go through this whole process, and if you can get through this whole process, you have a brand new lifestyle. And that's exactly how you change the trajectory of your life. Because before, the trajectory of your life was going towards getting more overweight and having more of what you already had. But after this process, now you have a completely different lifestyle, and that's how you change the trajectory of where you're gonna go. So then let's jump into number 3 real quick, which is measure your current trajectory. Okay, so this is actually really cool because it's gonna show you how to measure where you're going to go right now without changing anything. So without changing anything whatsoever, this is gonna predict your future. So here's the equation, okay? So as you can see right here, PA stands for past actions plus current results squared equals future trajectory. Okay, so if we go back to this example back here with losing weight, so this person, the lifestyle beforehand their past actions were didn't go to the gym. Their past actions were eat junk food, binge eat, emotional eat, stress eat, be inconsistent or whatever. You know, they weren't even trying to lose weight. So their past actions right here was everything they did to keep them overweight, to get them where they were. Okay, so you take your past actions for what you've already done, and you can analyze your past actions for, you know, if you're building a business, or your past actions with your relationships, or your past actions with at your job, or whatever that is getting you to where you are right now. So your past actions plus your current results. So what are your current results? So this guy's, his past actions were not going to the gym and eating bad food. Okay, so his results were being overweight. Okay, but see how it says squared right here, because we're figuring out the future trajectory. So we have to take our current results and exponentially increase them, not linearly. So exponentially increasing your current results is where you're going to be in the future. So if you continue with your past actions, which has gotten you to your current results, and so as long as you continue doing this and you exponentially increase your current results, that's where you're going to be in the future. Okay, it's pretty simple actually. So to measure where you're going to be in the future for weight loss, it's going to be, what are your past actions? Not going to the gym and not doing what you need to do. Your current results is being overweight. So if your current results are gaining 5 pounds per month, then your future trajectory in, 6 months is going to be, you're going to be gaining a ton of weight. Okay, so that's exactly where you're going to be. It's nothing new. It's nothing special. It's like, just look at what you're doing right now, and it's like, oh, okay, I'm 6 months goes by, it's like, whoa, I'm really surprised I gained 30 pounds. It's like, no, you're not surprised, because you continued your past actions, which got you your current results. And so since you continued doing this, you just got more of your current results, but they're now exponentially gaining. And so the same thing can happen when it comes to controlling your future trajectory. So all you have to do really, so let's jump into number 4, which is controlling the future. So now you know how to measure where you're going to go right now based off of what you're currently doing. Now, how do we intercept that and change the tracks so that we can go a different direction, right? To control the future. So D plus S equals goal. So you need to define and set your goal, really. So in order to control the future, you need to have clarity of where you want to be. So going back to number 1 right here, this guy, he had clarity. He knew he was going to Florida from California. He knew he was on a straight tracks to California, but now he doesn't want to go to Florida. He wants to go to Canada. So in order to go to Canada, he needs to define exactly where he wants to go. So right now I'm going towards being 100 pounds overweight. Okay, and if I continue doing what I'm doing right now, I'm going to be 100 pounds overweight. Not even a question. Okay, so then define where you want to be. Well, I don't want to be 100 pounds overweight. I want to be 220 pounds by, and I made a video on this the other day in my last video. Go check that out. That goes super in depth with this, and this is the foundation of your success. If you try to be successful with anything and you don't set your goals and you don't define them, all I can say is good luck. So yeah, in order to get to where, so define where you want to be. So I don't want to be 100 pounds overweight. I want to be 220 pounds, which is exactly where I need to be, at 6'4", 10% body fat. I want abs, and I want a super chiseled physique. Plus I want to be able to master muscle ups and handstands. Okay. So once you've got that defined, you have to set the goal. You have to write it down, and you have to keep reminding yourself of this goal, or else you're just going to forget why you're trying to lose weight whenever whenever you feel lazy going to the gym, or whenever someone offers you a free slice of pizza. Okay, you're just going to say, oh yeah, I'll take that. But no, if you know exactly what you're doing and you keep reminding yourself, then you're not going to do things like that. See, the reason that if you've ever tried to lose weight and you haven't successfully done so, probably because you haven't defined and set your goal and reminded yourself like daily. Okay, so that's how to control the future, is you really have to define and set your goal. So that's going to be controlling your future actions, your current actions, which is going to control your future trajectory. Okay. And then of course, finally, number 5 is identify. Okay, so identify exactly what needs to be changed. So not only do you need to define and set the goal, but you need to identify exactly what needs to change. Okay, so past actions plus current results equals future trajectory. Okay, so if you're losing weight and you know you're headed towards, your future trajectory is headed towards being 100 pounds overweight, okay? You need to identify exactly what the things are that are causing you to be overweight. Or if you're trying to build a business and you're not building nothing's coming in, you need to identify exactly what you're doing that's causing you to stop seeing, or to not see the results you want to see. So for example, if you're trying to lose weight and you're not seeing weight loss, then if you're headed towards being 100 pounds overweight and you want to intercept that and you don't want your trajectory to go that direction, then you have to identify what it is what it is in your past actions that is giving you that the current results. Okay, so it would be something like eating junk food, binge eating, emotional eating, okay, eating right when you get up all the way until you go to bed, and then eating out or drinking soda or drinking juices and sugary drinks and stuff like that. So identify what it is that you're doing. What are you doing that's getting you that current result? And you need to you just need to change this. You need to change this from past actions to new current actions. So we'll do new current actions plus new current actions plus new current results squared equals future trajectory. Okay, so once you've identified what the past actions were that got you your current results, you need to list them out and identify them. And then once you've identified those, you need to fix them and say, well, I'm not going to drink juice, 2 cups of orange juice every single morning, because that right there is probably like 300 or 400 calories just to start the day off with a bunch of sugar. Okay, and so that's just one thing. Maybe I didn't go to the gym before. Now I'm going to go to the gym. Well, how often am I going to go to the gym? I'm going to start going to the gym 3 times a week just so I can start going. And so that new current actions is going to give you your new current results. And your new current results, after let's say 30 days of starting to go to the gym and actually like dieting and doing things right, eating proper nutrition consistently, after doing that, you lost 5 pounds in a month. So now you just need to exponentially increase that, and that's where you're going to be in the future. So if you're losing 5 pounds per month, then in 12 months you will be at your weight. And that's how you identify exactly what you need to change to control your destiny and to control your trajectory in life. Okay, so that's the equation. Comment down below what you thought was helpful or what you want to know more about. I would love to get more into a discussion with you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do want to let you know again that open enrollment is open for the one-on-one strategy sessions with me. If you want to figure out exactly how to control your destiny and intercept the trajectory of your life where it's currently headed and actually create something useful and successful, actually bring your dreams to life, to reality. Okay, intercept where you're going to be going and bring your dreams to reality and head towards your dreams. So if that sounds like it's interesting to you, then go ahead, check out the link in the description down below. You can either fill out the survey so we can go ahead and schedule a one-on-one call, or you can go ahead and check out the free case study that I made for you to see exactly how I changed my life and how you can do the exact same thing. So with that being said, thank you guys so much. Smash the like button, subscribe to this video, and I will see you guys in the next video in just a couple days. So till then, have a great one.